Good morning, students, and this is a good rainy day, as you see in the backgrounds. Rainy day at all. So today the topic is a quite hot topic. That is, that in the various newspapers and news links right now coming up that India is the one of the greatest, uh, the top five, top four country, okay, in financial conditions. Also, India is the fourth uh, number country in the world, ahead of China and USA in the terms of poverty removal and etc. It is a wide range of circulations are right now, okay. So that is an opportunity for India, of course, but everyone says that, but this is the problem, but that is the problem, okay. So there are different problems and each and every country, okay. That does not mean that India is not progressing, but yes, there are certain things that we will discuss today, that why the problem is there, and what is the actual problem, and how you can solve this, because you are the future of the country, okay. So what is the problem with India? Nothing. The same problems are there in all over the world, okay. All the colleges like MITs, uh, like the Harvards, as well as in India you can see the um Delhi University, Mumbai University, IITs, IIMs, okay. Even I am Calcutta, I am Gujarat, sorry, I am Ahmedabad, yes, so that is in Gujarat. So all of these management colleges, okay, they published different kinds of papers. All of the there are different kind of papers on using of AI, right. um, Previous some days earlier, there is a debate organized in China, in between Jack Ma, who is right now not anywhere in China, only Alibaba is there. So Jack Ma versus the Elon Musk is there, and they are talking on different subjects, especially on AI, right? So you have to know that what is the problem, that everyone's talking about AI. That is, there is AI, that's why there are unemployment. That is absolutely not, yeah, because if there are robotics, then must be there are unemployment in the sectors, production sectors. Right now we see that in the production sectors there is the production sectors, they are the one of the most um, one of the most prominent area where you are getting employed, right. Yes, what is the problem? The problem is that the financial support system, the financial support system of India. Previously, the government, they spent the most of their financials to recruit the top-notch scientists, the top-notch um, engineering graduates in different government sectors. Okay, different government sectors means the production sectors. Okay, India has a very few heavy industry. After 1947, there are 5 years planning, and up to 1970, India produced many heavy industries. Right now, I am standing within 500 meter of this one of the uh, India's. You can see the one of the heavy industry of India. I don't know whether you can see that or not. Okay. So that is the Durgapur steel plant. Okay. Now, why I tell you that? My grandfather was employed in that Durgapur steel plant. Many of my friends, many of my not friends, many of my friends' father and their their grandfathers, they are employed in Durgapur steel plant, and none of their offsprings, they have an opportunity in Durgapur steel plant. None of their offsprings. Okay, 99.9% of their offsprings, they don't have any chance in this Durgapur steel plant, because you know that everyone, sometimes some persons, they comes from the whoever is the means minister, related area, okay, their states, from their states the recruitments are generally done. Whenever it is comes from West Bengal, okay, Durgapur you can see that maximum of our grandparents they comes, or maximum of our father they comes in Durgapur, okay, due to DSP. They are not born in Durgapur, but we are born in Durgapur, okay. Durgapur is not as ancient as Asansol, okay. Asansol is a prominent area, ECL is a prominent area, but Durgapur comes after 1950s, okay. After the DSP, actually, the actual Durgapur, the city is comes up. It is a very new city, planned city, not aged more than 70 or 80 years, okay. Like Bardhaman, like Asansol, Durgapur don't have any ancient industrialized histories or city, okay. We have a very different history. It is a village actually, okay. You learn about Durgapur, okay. It is actually a village, actually was a village, okay. There are Gopal Math, there are Banachiti. These are the areas where the peoples there lived. Now why I tell you that history, because all of, I mean, 99.9% of the offsprings of the employer in DSP, they are not employed in DSP. Why? Because we are uneducated? No. We are more educated than our grandparents in the terms of degree. Maximum of us, we completed our master degree. Maximum the offsprings of them, they are lived in Durgapur. Their grandparents, their daughter and their son and daughter of the grandparents. Maximum of them, they are completed their master's degree. They are completed their engineering in NIT Durgapur, RE College. Okay, they completed their BA, their MA in Durgapur. There are many colleges in Durgapur. Okay. Even on which college means, even my college that is established in 1990, the first management college of Durgapur, and one of the first management college in this area, okay, more than 30 years ago. But surprisingly, all of us, we are not entered in DSP, okay. The persons who entered in DSP right now are not a permanent employee, okay. They are all contractual labor. Everyone, they are all contractual labor. They don't have enough even, they don't have enough what you can say, training. They don't have enough training on that. All the machinery, they get older and older, and every year 5 to 6 people, even if in this modern era they are died in Durgapur steel plant, okay. There are andolans in Durgapur steel plant that please give us the right terms of protection, right terms of trainings. That is actually the problem with our India, okay. Because why now the contractual labors are there? Because government have to spend a huge money on permanent labor. They have to give them PF, they have to give them health care apart from their salary, heavy salary. So they cut down that, okay. That if I spend 70,000 on one labor, one trained labor, okay, I will take contractual labor 10 to 15,000, give them salary 10 to 15,000, and in one salary we can cover 5 to 6 or 7 employees, and all the healthcare and everything that is actually go to the head contractor who give these contracts, okay. And we don't have any type of responsibility. So that is the financial questions. That's why there are so much unemployment, okay. Number 2, the following industries that is popped up in Durgapur because of the DSP, okay. Now if there is one DSP, many other plants from sponge iron to cement to many other plants, they are popped up in Durgapur because there are popped up in Durgapur many colleges, universities, many medical colleges, many engineering colleges, many health sectors. Durgapur is right now the health hub. 5 to 6 top-notch hospitals are there in Durgapur. Why? Because there are DSP. That's why they are popped up. Okay, but right now, maximum of the property of DSP they are shut down. The schools, the colleges they are shut down in Durgapur. Okay, many many schools, okay, led by DSP, they are shut down in Durgapur. Why? Because of the quality? No. Because the students are not getting admission? No. The right person is that they don't want to spend money on these sectors, right? That's why. That is the main problem. That why the problem is on our new generations. Okay, that the financial crises are there, or we can say that right now the government they don't want to spend a huge amount of money in one sector because it is government's burden. Okay, due to the competition that is started in 1990, the competition that is started in 1990, the government sectors they're unable to compete with the private sectors. Why? That we know. Why? Because the government they don't develop themselves, right? They don't develop themselves. Right now, if some problems arises in our DSP, Raurkella, or anywhere, Barnpur, I know that the government they don't use the modern machineries, right? Right now, you know that the very ancient cooling towers in Barnpur that is destroyed due to due to they are not used right now in Barnpur. So this is the problem actually arises. Okay, that we don't have modern machinery, we don't have enough modern heavy industry. Okay, different sponge iron and others, they are only spreading pollution rather than employment and generation and profitable products. So that is the one of the problem that we facing right now, that all the following industries, okay, that is based on one heavy industry, they are in danger because okay, they are in danger because they are unable to do their business for some reasons, right? From some socio-economic, socio-political reasons. Many of them says that there are politics. Many of them say there are social and economical changes. Okay, the they are never go for automation, etc. They may say that. Okay. Now, if you go to the economics, you can see that most of the countries of the first world countries they have heavy industries. Even in Japan, they have heavy industries. A lots of heavy industries are there. In China, lots of heavy industries are there. India missed that opportunity. We have a very few heavy industry. That's why we facing these unemployment problems in engineering sectors, in civil sectors, in electrical, sorry, not electronic, but in civil, in mechanical, and in other sectors. We don't have enough employment opportunity. Okay, so all the engineering departments they comes up to CSE. Right now, AI is there. So CSE also got invalid because we don't need intermediary coder. If you are an expert, then only you can employ it in this sector, right? So that type of problems are arises because the economic models are changes, because in the competitive market you need to do profit. If you are not doing profit, you are not doing the business, and that's why you the one how you can means make profit. There are two sections how you can make profit. Okay, either you drastically cut the cost and you become cost efficient. Okay, as per the Porter's 5 forces model, the first model of competition, right? 5 forces model, the competition in the competition model, where you have similar competition with others, then you have a you want to maximize your cost efficiency, so you cut down different cost. That is your first step, to cut down different cost. Okay, second step, optimize the operations. Now this step is not started in India right now. They are not opting for optimize the operations so that fewer levels of operations, fewer levels of quality checks, so that there are fewer levels of area where you spend your money? No, it's not started in India, but the first world war, not world war, the first world countries, they started to doing is the optimization techniques, operation optimization. That is not started in India right now. Next part, um, of course, in India, the populations are growing in a very fast manner. That's why means huge numbers of Indians, they are young right now, so they need employment, but there are very few area where the jobless growths are there. Okay, we don't have any employment in many areas because there are jobless growth, because there are no popped up industries are there. So India, after 1990, India directly jumped up from an agrarian society. Even if we have heavy industries, we were a agrarian country, right? Agriculture is our country's first priority. So agriculture is our country's first priority at that time. Okay. After 1990, due to the globalization area, India starts jumping from agrarian, from the primary types of primary industry means primary agrarian society, to directly the tertiary or the tertiary service industry. We directly jumped up to service industry because we have computers. Okay, we starting this service industry. The service industry means basically the USA, they send us work because we are cheap labor. Similar, they send us work. That's why we are taking contractual labors, because we don't need to pay a huge amount. The Americans, they make us contractual labor because they don't need to spend a huge amount, huge healthcare and etc. to us. Okay, they give small portions of their work, software based works. Okay, BPO, business process outsourcing, they go for business process outsourcing, knowledge process outsourcing, selling, everything based on India. Okay, that's why in India we have the most scammers. Okay, the most scammers, they scam the USA people, they are Indian. That is the reality. Okay, in Noida and in Kolkata, many of the IT firms, they popped up to scam. This is already proved. So we have a very few industry in India that is an Indian industry, like Wipro, like TCS. Okay, and this type of industries. Okay, this type of industries comes in India, and they took a huge amount of employees. They are the most employer right now. Okay, the IT industries. So in India, the IT industries are popped up. But okay, these IT industries all are in service sector. Okay, they serve for other industry. They are not you can say ঠিক আমি ইংরেজিটা ভুলে গেলাম, মৌলিক। ওকে, they are not they are not means in the poor form, you can say they are not a industry which is itself a industry. Okay, they are all secondary industry, that because there is a primary industry. Okay, based on those primary industries, the Indians, they are secondary industry, they are doing the work of those primary industries, like they are building softwares, they are building selling, and all the business processing that those company want to outsource because to cut down the cost. For example, Google, no Indian company, they build a similar type of industry. Only I think Tata, they worked hard to make a supercomputer for India. Okay, so few one or two industry. Okay, I think right now Reliance want to create AI. Okay, to replace the chat GPT and create Indian AI. So these one or two companies, they tried to do some primary work based on India, but none of the company, they are doing any primary work in India. Okay, we don't have Google, we don't have Yahoo. All the companies in Silicon Valley, they give us some work. That's why our companies like Wipro, TCS, we are working because someone outsourced their work to us and we are doing their job. Simple. We don't have any primary companies. Okay. So right now raining is there. So right now this is the actual problem that we don't have a right type of company. Okay, we are only doing services. We are satellites. Okay, we are satellites, and we taking some of the work of those big companies, the big four, big five, big six, and we give them the delivery of the work. Okay. That's why we no need of skilled labor or skilled worker right now. Okay, we just give some contractuals because we also learn from them, from Google. You also give some of the work to the contractual laborers, and we also cutting the cost. And now why the contractual laborers are there in India? Because of the population. We have huge number of population and very less opportunity for employment in heavy industries. Okay, either you're doing agricultural works or you perish in India. Now, agricultural works, they have their own story. This is not profitable anymore. Okay, huge number of farmers they are died due to suicides. Okay, so we know these problems. And the cotton, the means the means cotton farmers on the black soil of Maharashtra. You know what are their story after BT cotton. So when there is a separate issue right now, the employment issue. That's why all of the companies they go for a cheap labor, and in India huge number of huge number of employees, sorry, huge number of students, whoever means completed their college, their schools, they are going to these sectors as a contractual labor. Okay, in a very cheap rate, because the companies they want to cut down their cost because they are not doing so well, and they are unable to doing profits. This is the main problem we have right now. And there is a huge numbers of youth right now and a very less opportunity in employment. That's why everybody they wants to work somewhere, and that's why the companies they took the opportunity. Then if a skilled worker they ask for a minimum 15,000 rupees for a work. Okay, there are many peoples in this area who are not employable, who are semi-skilled or who are unskilled, but they think that okay, if they are unskilled, even they are semi-skilled, we can give them the same job in 10,000, in 5,000, in 7,000, and they will do it. Right, the same factor. That's why they are all comes in. They are all of the companies. Okay, they are doing this type of things, especially in the second, in the tertiary type of or the service type of industry. So this is the main issue why the salaries are offered so less in India. Even if most of our youths are unemployed. Okay, uh, these companies they started to means minimize their workforce, and if they need a workforce they can manage it to outsource it from some contractor, and the contractor the contractual basis they take 5 or 10 publics, 50, 100 based on the work. Like for it is a software company, it is a hardcore um, production company. Okay, now they actually spread, they actually spread all over the India that we should took the third party for any work, and the third party whoever they took less money from us, we give them the opportunity. Okay, that's why there are many vendors, they're actually contractors, and they take some contractual labors and in a very low cost. Okay, for example, I'm a hospital management faculty, so I know in a hospital. Okay, whoever worked in a hospital at a means price of 12 to 15,000 to 20,000 salary. Okay, now the hospitals they think why we should give 20,000 or 15,000 salary to them. Instead, they took unemployed youths with 7,000, 8,000 opportunities, so that we will give them 7,000 or 8,000, and later we absorb them. Okay, and these trends are already started in India. In West Bengal, of course, in West Bengal, maximum of the hospitals their salary structure is so poor. Only the few hospitals who have a chain of hospitals, they have a chain of commands, they give you a structured salary for the same type of work, for the same skill. Okay. If you go a tertiary hospital in Durgapur for the same work, okay, in tertiary hospital in Durgapur, if you go, the same skilled labor, same skilled, not semi-skilled, same skilled labor, if they have opportunity to work in Durgapur for 10,000 rupees, if they go to Narayana, Howrah, okay, they have a salary structure starting from 17,000 plus. So that is the difference between the good company, okay, and a similar type of company who give you a same level of treatment at same level of cost, but salary structure is that. Because some hospitals they want to maximize the profit, and some hospitals they want to maximize the quality of the treatment, okay. And yes, I don't advocate for some hospitals that somebody may says that all hospitals are doing same. Okay, of course, yes. That's why the public of West Bengal, they are means this is also my PhD thesis, that they want to go to outside. They want to go to CMC Vellore, or they want to go to Chennai. Okay, Chennai Apollo or this type of hospitals. They generally go to South India, especially in Tamil Nadu, for their treatment. Okay, even if not Bangalore, okay, for their treatment they used to go to South India because the trust factor is there. Yes, the trust factor is there, of course, and I am not advocating, but I give you a example that how the good branded hospitals, okay, they took their employee directly in their empanelment. And in India, if the hospital is a small hospital, they give you opportunity at a very less price, but they took you a probationary period for 6 months. For other hospitals, they give you a probationary period for 3 months, 2 months, or they directly recruited you. Okay, many of our students, they directly recruited outside West Bengal. They directly recruited in their so-called salary structure, and after submission of their certificate or final year result, okay, their salaries are high. But the students whoever means worked in West Bengal, okay, after their after their final means before their final semester, if they are means hiring from the campus, okay, some of the hospitals they offered them that we will hike our price after your completion, but till 6 months you have to work as a probationary, you have to work for a probationary period, then we hike your money. Okay, for example, at 5,000 they took the students, okay, after their completion of their final semester examination, the salaries are boosted to 7,000, and after 6 months plus 6 months, after their probationary period, they are available 8,000 to 10,000 rupees. So whenever you are availing after 8 or 9 months of your work the 10,000 salary, some of the hospital they directly took the same skill level students at 10,000 salary in West Bengal. If they avail for the good hospitals, best hospitals, the salaries will be 15 to 20,000. And if they go outside West Bengal, they are starting from 10 to 15,000, and directly they are recruited in their salary structure. Okay, so that is the mentality, difference of the mentality in different hospitals. You know that in West Bengal, okay, in Durgapur, Asansol, Kolkata, whatever their lowest salary structure, if you go to Bihar, just our neighbor, okay, if it is a Dhanbad, Patna, even if in Jharkhand, in Ranchi, their salary cycle goes from 10 to 15,000 directly. With the minimum salary structure, 10 to 15,000. Same hospital, even more specialized hospitals in West Bengal, they give 8,000 for the same opportunity. So that is the main problem. Okay, because the Bihar they are industrialized after our West Bengal, they are very new. After means 10 to 15 years, they have a rapid growth. That's why right now they are giving a good honorarium, a good salary. Okay, after 20 years, 25 years, I don't know what will happen. But right now, Jharkhand and Bihar they give you a good salary than West Bengal. I don't know how this is possible. Okay, because they have only a few hospital tertiary level hospitals. In West Bengal they have more means patient inflow, patient flows are more in our West Bengal. Even the patients from Bihar and Jharkhand they comes to West Bengal. Okay, even if the hospitals there they managed with a good salary structure, with a good financial structure, but in here not. Why? Because unemployed youth. Okay, we have many unemployed youth, and that's why they know that their demands are there. The demands for the employment is there in the market, and there is a huge number of supply. So even if we give 5,000, we give 4,000, somebody they thought that okay, নেই মামার চেয়ে কানা মামা ভালো, means we don't have any means become a baker, become a unemployment youth. 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 is good for me. Okay, so the companies know that even if we give them a very few salary, okay, we have our employees. Somebody they sure give us CV even if they know the poor salary structure. Okay, so that is the main problem. That is the main problem with my industry in West Bengal and in India in general, with all the industries. Okay, now I will come in my next video that the truth behind the unemployed youth, that somebody says that 90%, 95, 96, 99, they different means top notch newspapers in India, they said that there is a survey and this much of Indian youth they are unemployable. Now I will comes to it that it is a myth or fact. Okay,